All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle and Elders in New York, GMS. And salutation to Yakim around the world. Just teaching the truth. My name is Maya Kahala Nagab. I'm with Chicago branch and GMS. So, basically got another damn clown, scoffer called Cubecomboslice. And yeah, your ass about to get sliced, all right. All right. So, look at this guy. I got my Fire tablet, but you can see it like you got an Android app. His picture, man. So he might be a so-called Puerto Rican, which I'd Travis Ephraim, but I'm gonna call him Puerto Rican. 'Cause he ain't no Ephraimite. Except they believe in this so-called white supremacy. I said so-called white, but the so-called white man is red due to his lack of pigmentation in skin and blood showing during skin getting red out of one. All right, which is Edom. All right, it's clear. So that's the true nationality of the so-called white man, the people that came and colonized Puerto Rico, the Spaniards. All right, and those were Edomites, man. All right. So he says right here, it said, had to cast out and rebuke black Hebrews. Like, first of all, we're not black. Nobody's black. All right. Like these fonts on this comment board, all right, YouTube comment board, nobody's white like the background right there. All right. You got two groups of people. You got brown people and you got red people. All right. The so-called white people. Brown people are the dark-skinned nations. All right, starting with the nation of Israel, which consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and our brethren scattered around the world. All right, and you got you got the rest of dark-skinned nations. Then you got so-called white people, red people, man. Now you do have confusion of faces of Israelites, because there's like men dwell with other there's like men that will women for other nations, and over the years, the sons would marry these women, and so they begin to look like the other nations. But guess what? They still Israelites, according to Numbers chapter 1, verse 1 through 18. All right, you have to remember that our forefather Jacob, who's renamed Israel, was his son Yasharallah, he Prince of Power. All right, he was a man. He's a progenitor of the Israel. So, that's in Genesis 32:28. Okay, so in order to be an Israelite, your father had to be an Israelite. All right, your father paternal bloodline has to go back to the man Jacob. All right, Jacob is the beginning of it, not no woman. As people ignorant believe, and that's what those false Jews over in the land of Israel, they go by your mother. No, your Israelite pedigree bloodline goes back to you could trace it back to a man. His blood and his pedigree paternal blood had to go back to Jacob. All right, so this guy, he clearly don't know the scriptures, man. Listen to him. All right.
You gotta do just like Job, the book of Job. The book of Job is a debate between friends. It's an argument. You cannot ignore, because if you ignore
The book of Job is a book about debate, my friend. Book of Job is about Job suffering. All right, suffering. All right, and overcome that suffering, and he's glorifying Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, that's what the book of Job is about. Job's faith, man. Put the test, man. All right, Job overcome the tribulations. All right. As a matter of fact, let's go to Job chapter 30, verse 30. All right. This guy's a clown. He don't know scriptures. He don't know anything, man. Only thing he knows is Caesar Borgia, man. That false so-called white image hanging up in his mama's living room. All right, said Job 30, verse 30. My skin is black upon him, my bones are burned. When Job was suffering, man. He was sick. He was ill. All right, he most likely he had like a fever, man. All right, it says for the word black in Hebrew was this shakar. All right, and that's why it's important you know shakar. You can also look this up in the Torah. All right, it says shakar, a primitive root identical with Strong's H7836, through the idea of duskiness, early dawn, to be dim, dark in color, to be black. Black as in dark brown. All right, to be black of skin. So I don't know how you get white people. I don't know how you think the Israelites, so-called white people. All right, it says shakar, to become black, Armenian. And Armenian just another word for Israelite. All right, all right. All right, just another code word for Israelite. All right, it says, my skin is black, draws away off of me. All right, because Job was suffering, man. He was sick. All right, yeah, fever, man. All right, let's go to another word. All right, burned. All right, because the so-called white man, when he burn, dry, kindle. All right, hot, scorched, charred. All right, burn. All right, because Job turned dark when he got sicker, man. He turned darker. All right. Oh, he was already, basically he was already dark. You can't turn all of a sudden become so-called white. Your skin come white, come dark. So when you sick, you gonna remain dark. You gonna remain dark, man. All right, so I'm getting right here, a person with fever. Look right here, you got all different nationalities. All right, person with fever. Look at that little Edomite boy. Why his skin is how come said Job 33 his skin turned pale. All right, it said his skin is black up on him, man. All right, man, he's a dark skinned person with a fever, man. Look at this down in Brazil, the Asherite, man. All right, so he got a fever. He's still dark skinned, man. All right. So yeah, yellow fever, man. You got different types of fever, man. Little guy with fever. All right. Go Judite, so-called black man. All right. All right. Sick. All right. There you go, man. Sick with fever. Go Asian girl, so-called Asian girl, or the yellowish skin. You know what they call yellow people, colored people. You know. How come she ain't turned lighter, man? Well, you know, guy with fever. All right. How come his skin ain't so-called black upon him? He burn with fever. All right, you're a damn liar, Cubecomboslice, man. Fucking liar, man. All right. You see right here, my skin grows black and peels, my body burns with fever. New International Version. My skin turns dark, my bones are burned with fever. English Standard, my skin turns black and fall off me, my bones are burned with heat. All right, variant study by my skin grows black and peels, my bones burn with fever. New American Standard by my skin turns black up and my bones burn with fever. All right. We are Window King James. My skin black as it fall off. My bones are burned with fever. All right, showing that Job was a dark skinned man. All right, Job the Israelite was a dark skinned man, putting the Israelites with dark skinned people, man. You a clown, man. All right. Now let's get some more scriptures from the Israelite so-called black people. All right, Psalms 71. All right, it says Psalm 71, Shagan of David, which he sang unto Yahweh concerning the words of Cush the Benjamite. O Yahweh, my power, in thee I do put my trust. Save me from all them that persecute me and deliver me. All right, so if you're Israelite, why would you, Israelite so-called white person, why would they name their child Cush? All right, and I'm going to show you what Cush means, dark skinned. So why would they name a pale child Cush? Or Kawa, just like today in the among the so-called Negroes and the Judah and the rest of the tribes, man. I know among Isgar so-called Master, it was a rap group. What's that guy name? Goddamn. Oh, his name Toker. Now Toker got put on by Easy E. All right, matter of fact, they got a group called NWA, Mexicans with Attitude. All right, and one of Toker's friend, I don't know if he's still alive today or not, but one of Toker's friends named Blackie, and Blackie was a real dark skinned Mexican, so-called Mexican, man. All right, they call him Blackie. All right, and just like today among so-called Negroes, all right, you call somebody real dark skinned black, hey, what's up, black? So back then it was Kawash Kush. All right, so what Kush is, yeah. All right. It says Kush. All right. It was Kawash. All right. Probably a foreign range of Kush, Ethiopia. The name was son of Ham of his territory, also of a Israelite, Cush. All right. So they're comparing the boy, when he was born, he was a baby, and growing up, the parents named Kawash. I mean, he's dark skinned. He's very dark skinned, man. Look at that. Sinia's Hebrew child lexicon. It said Ethiopia. All right. All right. So he's just talking about the sin of Ham, but we talking about this Israelite. All right. And I'm gonna show you the Ethiopians. Wait, yeah. There you go, Ethiopian people. All right. So there go one Ethiopian person. I forgot his name, Samuel something. All right. There you go. Cushite, man. All right, all the Ethiopians people, man, just like night and day. You show you Ethiopian people and dark skinned people, man. There you go, little boy. All right. Dark brown people, so-called black people. There go the woman. All right. Here go the Edomite woman right here, Greek. You see the difference night and day, man. I don't know how you get Ethiopian from all these people. The Edomites, man. That guy, you a joke, man. All right, what's another person that's a son of Ham? Oh, hold on. A white person with the Ethiopian. There you go. There go the son of Cush, which Cush the Benjamite was named after namesake. He was dark skinned, just like an Ethiopian. All right, so there goes somebody who's a Cushite, so-called Ethiopian, with an Edomite, so-called white person. You can see the skin is day and night. Oh boy. So you can see all through the scriptures, man. Israelites mistaken for Egyptians, man. Look at Paul in the New Testament. All right. Acts 21:37. It says, and as Paul was to be led to the council, he said to the chief captain, I'll speak unto thee. Who said, canst thou speak Greek? All right. And then it said, art not thou the Egyptian which before these days made us an uproar, let us out to the witness for 1,000 men that were murderers. All right. So there you go, man. Paul was taken by I believe that was a Roman let's say it was a Roman soldier. All right, because the Egyptians, they was oppressed by the Romans too. All right, and a Roman soldier mistaken Paul as an Egyptian, and Egyptians are dark skinned people. All right. And Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew. All right. Paul's a Jew. All right. Somebody, the citizen of the city of Judah, man, which consists of three tribes: Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right. Which today, Judah, so-called African American; Benjamin, so-called West Indians; Levi, all right, or people said Levi, so-called Haitians. It said, but Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city of Cilicia, a citizen of no mean. I beseech to suffer me to speak unto these people. All right, so there you go, man. Paul, or Israelite and he's from the tribe of Benjamin. All right, if you looked up the scriptures, all right, he was mistaken for the Egyptian, man. And here go the Egyptian today. All right, they go to, all right. People believe the name is, I think that's King Tut. All right, and they go to pure blood Egyptian, man, right there. All right, pure blood Egyptian. There's no getting around this, man. All right, and most of the Egyptians today in Egypt, they mixed with Esau, so-called Greeks, and Ishmael, so-called Arabs, and Ishmael, they got light skinned because they was they had, a lot of them had Edomite, so-called white concubines from over there in Germany, man. All right, they was trading them as slaves, man. You know, Ishmael and Israelites, man. They had the Edomites as slaves, man. They try to forget what year it was, but that's why a lot of Ishmaelites light skinned today, and a lot of people in North Africa and Middle East light skinned today, man, because their forefathers had a lot of Edomite so-called white concubines and wives, man. Their skin got lightened up over the years and stuff, man. You know, and then you had some Roman soldiers. They was up there, man. Well, the Romans are Edomites, so-called white people, man. So they lighten up the people complexion in North Africa and so-called Middle East. All right. So y'all seen what the Egyptian looked like. Let's look in the scriptures, man. It says, all right, so Egyptian dark-skinned people. All right. And it's a story about, you can see right here, how Joseph brought us, which are Israelites. Joseph, the forefather of the two tribes, Ephraim and Manasseh. All right. Ephraim today are people of Taino Alawite descent throughout the Caribbean islands, right, except for Cuba, they're Manasseh, and Dominican Republic, they're from the tribe of Simeon. All right. So Joseph, the forefather, so-called Taino Alawite people, as I mentioned. All right, mainly a lot of brothers, which also include so-called Puerto Ricans, man. It's Ephraim, Then the so-called Cubans from Manasseh. All right. Just to make that clear. And Salar, if I said something, twisted something, my tongue is be twisted sometimes, but all right. So right here we go, Joseph. All right, he's an Israelite. His two descendants, Ephraim and Manasseh, they're Israelites. All right, dark-skinned brown people. You can see right here. It said, now when Jacob saw there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said to his sons, why do you look upon another? He said, behold, I have heard there is corn in Egypt. Get down thither, buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn, but Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with his brethren, for he said, lest perjury and misery befall him. Right, because Joseph's brother sold him to slavery, and he ended up in Egypt as a slave, man. And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came for the famine in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was the governor over the land, and it was sold to all the people of the land. Joseph's brethren came, bowed themselves before him with their faces to the earth. And Joseph saw the brethren, he knew them, but he made himself strange unto him. Joseph recognized his brothers, but his brothers didn't recognize him. They thought he was Egyptian. And spake roughly unto them, he said unto them, Whence come ye? And they said, From the land of Canaan by food. And Joseph knew his brother, but they knew him not. All right, so they thought Joseph was the Egyptian sitting on the throne. And Egyptians are dark-skinned people, man. Dark brown people, so-called black people. All right, so let's go to the next chapter. All right. So I'm gonna go. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna go where those revealed itself unto his brothers. All right. It says right here, Genesis 45:1, Joseph could not refrain himself before all them stood about him. He cried because every man go out from him. There stood no man with him, while Joseph made known himself to his brother, So he let him know that he was an Israelite, not Egyptian, not a person from the nation of Mizraim. All right. And he wept loud. The Egyptians in the house of Pharaoh heard. All right. So they had this big friend union. So Joseph's brothers, who are Israelites, and Joseph, who's an Israelite, son of Israel. All right. His brothers thought that he's Egyptian before he revealed that he was not, that he was their brother from the seed of their father, man. All right. So, Cubecomboslice, your ass just got sliced, man. All right, let's just get another scripture, man. Genesis chapter 50, verse 11. All right, everybody start up a little. We'll start with Genesis chapter 50, right? And all the house of Joseph, his brother and his father's house, only their little ones, their flocks, and their herds, they left the land of Goshen. And there went up with him both chariots and horses with very great company. And they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which was beyond the Jordan. And there they mourned with a great and very sore lamentation. And he made a mourning of his father 7 days. And when the inhabitants of the land and Canaanites saw the mourning in the floor of Atad, they said, This is a grievous mourning to Egyptians. Wherefore the name was called Abia Mizraim, which is beyond Jordan. All right, so there you go. The Canaanites right here, which are the sons of Ham. It says, And when the inhabitants of the land of Canaanites saw the mourning in the floor of Atad, they said, This is a grievous mourning to Egyptians. Wherefore the name is called Abia Mizraim, which is beyond Jordan. All right, so you got some Canaanites, some Hamites who mistaken the 12 tribes of Israel who were bearing Jacob, Israel's name Israel, Yasharallah. They mistaken them as Hamites from Israel, what's called so-called Egyptians. So the Egyptians are dark brown people, so-called black people. All right, and the Israelites mistaken from them. What was the Israelites? So-called black people, man. All right, so it really that hard, man. You just gotta have, the spirit, how about Shem, to make you discern through this, man. This is easy, man, like cake, man. But the Most High had to open your eyes, man. And he had this guy eyes closed, wide shut, man. Cause he's wicked as hell, man. If Most High opened his eyes, and Most High opened his eyes to the truth, hey, it's all good, man. All right. And the definition of Ham, Bible. All right. There you go, Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. You could get that. It says Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary said Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood, and he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. All right. It says not the Negroes. So the so-called Negroes in America are not no Hamites, or so-called Africans. All right. And it's funny how a lot of you say that we're Hamites, so-called Negroes. West Indians and Haitians are Hamites, but you can never pinpoint which sons of Ham do we descend from. All right, and you try to go that Canaan route, that ain't gonna work, man. All right, because that's the cause that particular scripture is talking about when the Canaanites had became servants of the Israelites. All right, when they settled in Israel, man, because they lied to Joshua and them, said they came from a long land. All right, so this is it. So shalom.